On the low grounds among the hills, some Numerian barbarians had set up camp. While obviously set up recently as a place to rest, it was thoroughly constructed. Along with the stake palisade, the Numerians had reinforced their camp with a deep moat. Spotting the body of some unlucky thief at the bottom, it seemed they made a good call. I know, she wants attention right now. And this is the perfect time for it, so. Right, Penguin? Guarding the entrance was our old acquaintance, Nober, the man whose group we met in the hills previously. While his greeting was none too friendly, he did invite us to enter and led us to meet his leader. We were led to a man named Dugath, a middle-aged Kelid with a gorgeous mane, once charcoal black, now salt and pepper, as well as bronze skin hardened by sun, wind, and time to the point that it almost looked like oak bark. Speaking with assertive tones, he invited us to dine with the Tiger Lords. It was the name of their tribe, and spend the night in their camp. Any business we might have with the tribe, he said, could be discussed in the morning once everyone was rested and refreshed. Your cat got into a tub of creme fraiche the other day and got it all over the place, including your face. Aww. Penguin likes to try to clean my pans after I cook, so she'll like lick the grease. I don't stop her because she's, if anything, a little underweight, so a little bit of extra fat is not like bad for her. It's probably not going to be bad for her at all. Not wanting to offend the barbarians, who'd proven to be commendably hospitable, we accepted the invitation. Within minutes, we were seated by the bonfire with goblets in our hands. As guests, our goblets were wrought of skillfully decorated silver, with intricate carvings depicting scenes of battle. "Do as I do," Amiri whispered into the Baroness's ear. "They really care about tradition here." The cupbearer filled everyone's goblets with wine. When Dugath raised his cup, officially starting the feast, the Baroness placed her faith in Miri and followed her example. To my utter surprise, our barbarian friend spilled her wine on the ground, and the Baroness followed her example. I thought the Numerians would be enraged, but they all followed suit. It was apparently a barbarian tradition, offering the first cup to the spirits. Only after the cupbearer filled their goblets again did the Numerians start to drink, and so did we. The main course, unsurprisingly, was meat. While hunting in the hills, the Numerians had killed a deer and 2 wild boars, all now roasting over an open fire. As the tribe's guests, we were offered the best pieces. Fierce in battle, the Numerians were equally fierce at the table. They frantically tore the meat apart with knives, bare hands and teeth, as though attacking the throats of their worst enemies rather than eating roast venison. Only one camp inhabitant didn't join the dinner. Far from the festivities, a slim woman wrapped in a gray cloak sat alone, her face hidden behind a piece of cloth. She was so quiet and still. At first I didn't realize she was a living being at all. The Baroness asked the Tiger Lords who she was. Glancing cautiously between Dugath and the woman, one Numerian explained that the woman was one of the defaced sisters, half priestess, half wizard. While they may travel along with the Numerians, they never ate at the same table. Judging by the tones the barbarians used when speaking of the woman, it was easy to tell that none of them held any warm feelings about these defaced sisters. After everyone had eaten their fill, it was time for entertainment. The barbarians began singing a drawling song in their guttural language known as Helit. Later, one of the Numerians explained that it was a ballad about a brother and sister who defeated a huge metal spider. The song that followed was a comedic piece about the adventures of a stupid werewolf. The Numerians all sang it together. It was clear that each of them knew that one by heart. Almost everybody clapped to the rhythm, though some thumped their knife handles on their shields, and our half-orc acquaintance Bolga accompanied the song on a vargan. Once the song was over, Dugath appealed to his guests to surprise our hosts. The Baroness decided our best choice would be... Tale of how we defeated the Stag Lord. Our tale of battle and heroic deeds was just what the barbarians were looking for. They listened eagerly, chimed in on each detail, and laughed and clapped at the most epic moments. Even Dugath found himself smiling and nodding as he listened to our story. Finally, the drinking and singing came to an end. Only bones remained from the feast, and the bonfire had burned down to ash. Satisfied, the Numerians retired to their tents.
I beg you, I haven't seen my sisters for several days. I'm afraid they may be in trouble.
As you approach the barbarian leader, you can't help but overhear part of his conversation with a woman you recognize from the feast before. Her face remains hidden, and she sounds extremely worried.
This whole land is nothing but trouble. You want me to risk my life and the lives of my people to do your dirty work? Go ahead, ask Armagh to give the order. Oh, but Armagh stayed back in Numeria, which means I am the one making the decisions here.
But what about my sisters? Something terrible could happen to them.
You sisters insisted on this expedition. So it's your price to pay. With your blood, not ours. Something terrible could happen, you say? It is too late for that. We already
At least I get to rest my
lost good
voice a
men
little
on
bit.
this pointless journey to nowhere. Whatever Armagh needs, it's not here, and it wasn't here from the start. But you didn't come here for him, did you? You came for your own reasons. You want some magic toy that once belonged to the ancient Cyclops. Well, I'm not leading my men to their deaths for that.
Dugath.
This conversation is over. You want help? Why not ask our guests to help you? If you can afford their rates, that is. As for me, my single remaining goal is to get my people home alive, and well, and as soon as possible.
The woman leaves sobbing. Dugath turns to you. Good morning. Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Introductions aren't necessary, Baroness. I know who you are. Let's discuss how we can be useful to one another. Do you know what happened in Varnhold?
Varnhold, huh? Isn't that the village Megor Varn got from the Ristovik Sword Lords? I know Varn. He's not the best fighter, but not the worst. As for what happened there, I wouldn't know.
Who's that?
Wish I knew who these witches are and where they came from. Our chieftain, the great Armagh, spirits bless him, trusts them as if they were holy oracles. He sent us with them to these dead hills, and none but the sisters and the chieftain himself know why. Who am I to confront the chieftain? So now we wander these lands, chasing the unknown.
So what can we do for each other?
I'm afraid we can't. At least not yet. I'd be happy to take a new job, but our chieftain's orders were strict. Search the location and come back with a report. But if you could help us here, say, by finding whatever these witch sisters are looking for, or maybe just making them disappear forever, Mark my word, Baroness, the Tiger Lords never forget those who help them.
Okay, so what are you looking for then?
I wish I knew. The sisters are looking for something, but they won't tell anyone what it is. I guess it's some antique that used to belong to the Cyclops. Some magic trinket or something. As for me, the only thing I'm looking for is a good reason to quit this nonsense and return to Numeria as soon as possible.
And did you find anything of interest?
If we did, do you think we'd still be here now? The only thing to be found in these hills is one's own death. A group of my men entered a cave that turned out to be a brigand den. They barely survived the encounter. Also, we found the ruins of some old tower, ancient as the world itself, and useless as this expedition. There is nothing to be found here.
So we found both of those already.
For one's own death.
Does that mean that they didn't find the sepulcher that we found?
Ask away, why not? Not that much. Long ago, these lands were part of their empire. They were a great people back then.
All of a sudden I'm tired and I don't know why. I'm trying to think of how I can make myself less tired.
Ages passed,
I know, Penguin.
and their empire crumbled into dust. Cyclops became wild and forgot all about what they once used to be. But the ruins, yes, the ruins remember everything.
Tell me about your chieftain.
He's a strong fighter, brave one. He says he's
High five!
an incarnation of a hero from the old times. Just
High
don't
five!
ask if I believe it. Armagh is smart. He knows how to do business. If he'd only pay less attention to what those witches whisper, he'd be
High
a
five!
perfect chieftain.
Good kitty. Good penguin. High five. She's like tilting her head.
You're welcome.
Oh. Oh.
None of your business, actually. But just to reassure you, we weren't sneaking into your lands without permission. I'll answer. It was magic. The sisters opened some strange tunnel, and we used it to get here from Numeria. Gorham witnessed my words. I'm no coward, but I'd rather march for a month through all the river kingdoms than use that damned tunnel again. It was strange, wrong, just like those witches themselves.
Okay. I could go. Hey, yes, we just have to deliver that to the brother. If this troublesome sisters won't tell us what they're looking for in the Cyclops ruin, then we'll have to find it ourselves. We know where the other priestesses went. We only have to follow them. Penguin, what are you doing? Ah. I hate how these keep expanding again. Guess that one's finally finished. Okay, so I've got like almost 200 days for that. Oh, can I talk to her?
You, our guest. The Baroness, am I right? I'm sorry you witnessed that unpleasant scene. If I may ask, what is your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Everyone has their secrets, Baroness.
Do you know what happened in Varnhold?
Dark things tend to happen in that land. I can only guess to the fate of Varnhold. My 3 sisters know more. Help me find them, and you'll get your answers. If the spirits are kind, it will happen before it's too late.
What are you looking for out here?
It is not yet time to answer this question. We are searching for ancient ruins, the remains of structures built by the previous holders of these strange lands.
Oh!
That's all I can tell you, for now. I understand that you want to know more, but have no doubt, you will in time.
Okay, what were you arguing about?
My sisters. They each went out on their own quests and never returned. Not one of the 3. I can understand Dukat. He doesn't trust us. But by refusing to help my sisters and me, he puts himself, his people, countless innocent souls in grave danger. If only I could soften his impertinent heart.
Where are your sisters?
Do you have a map? I can provide you some direction. One of my sisters went to the Sepulchre of Forgotten Heroes. Another
There we
went
go.
looking for the Forsaken Mound. And the third was going to visit the ruins.
Okay,
the
so we know
city
where
of
this
the Hollow
is.
Eyes. I won't
haven't gone
These
to either of
places
those
are
yet.
all very dangerous. But searching for lost truth always involves danger.
Well, so what are you gonna pay me?
With the most valuable treasure of all, truth.
Seems like a cop-out. But okay.
If in your travels you meet my sisters, please help them, and I will help you in return. Remember this word, Gahab. That is what the previous inhabitants of these lands, the Cyclopses, called darkness they so worshipped. If a door shut and lockless bars your path, this word might be your key.
Okay, I mean, that's easy enough.
May kind spirits guide you in your travels.
Oh, a merchant. Show me your wares! Oh, I'm sorry, Penguin. I didn't mean to punch you in the face. Come and get a hug. He doesn't sell, like, anything normal, though. Like, and he won't buy my normal stuff.
Step.
Wait, I can talk to the bird? The raven watches you attentively. Yeah, there's definitely a bird following me. My wolf is bigger.
Time becomes distance.
My puppet's bigger. My puppet's bigger than your puppet. Alright, let's go. I miss shit, apparently. Oh, wait. No, I do have other stuff. Why can't I see it in my inventory? That's so weird. Okay, let me go back to this guy then. Because if I can sell my stuff... Oh, that's why. There we go. Let's clean up my inventory. Wait, can I do like this? I can. Okay, so that goes a lot better. A lot quicker. Random. Do. So much crap. No, not that. That is mine. I'm gonna keep those. Okay, that's probably good. I don't need that. Okay, we'll do that. I do like, though, how things keep the items, so if you do ever need anything back, you can just go back to whoever you sold it to and get it.
Trail me.
Okay, so there's one. There's the other. Okay, so let's go to this first, because we know where this is. I actually feel like maybe we should go back to here first. Because there's a bunch of stuff. So let's go back and check on our shit. Try to avoid. Alright, we got a battle. Oh, man. Oh. Is there just the one?
Which knife to use?
The hell did you come from? Oh, there he is.
True.
Oh. How'd that guy come from? Say, like, where are these guys coming from?
Any last wishes?
Okay, so there's some down there.
Taste my fury.
Fireball! Big boom! That was awesome.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
I grant you death. No time wasted.
If I'm playing this in stereo, I'm kind of curious as to how this knows where to make the sounds come from.
This is where I step in.
This is going to hurt.
Ow.
There he is. He's down there.
Serves you right.
Crispy goblins. I'm gonna go with the overkill. Just because I can. All right.
My life is a burden.
Okay, let's check this out. I still need to go all the way back because some people want to talk to me, but... yeah, I've got like 4 that I need to deal with there. Hooray! I know, I'm going. All right. You won't believe it, Your Grace. Today, a caravan entered the city filled with generous gifts from Mestov. I wonder who could have sent it. Maybe a certain lady was impressed by our determination? Bravo, Your Grace. I salute your aggressive diplomacy skills. Here, see for yourself. It's a letter from Jamandi Eldore. Baroness, we have a situation on our hands. You need to act. Lander is furious, his face red. Ganymede, an annoying little skylark from Patax, is giving a show on the main square, and her songs are highly seditious. So who the fuck that again? She's among the most talented bards of Patax, but more importantly, she's one of King Iroveti's most favorite singers. Anything she sings almost certainly promotes his agenda. Alright, let's go. Edmund Bellavara, the charming bard of Patax, stands before you with a lute in her hands, surrounded by a crowd of the capital citizens. In a moment, she notices you and blows you a kiss. What's going on here? Enemy gives you a warm smile. Your Grace, you're so preoccupied with matters of war and state, but someone has to think about spiritual matters as well. None of the river kingdoms can match Patax in the fields of art. Who better than our bards and artists to bring the gift of song to the people of this young barony? Lindsay blushes. Maestro Bellavara, I'm so happy to see you here, but why are your songs so cruel? Let her tell us all about her so-called art. She began her performance with hails to King Iroveti and continued with a song about a certain young noble from Bavoy who searched the stolen lands in hopes of finding a potion of wisdom, which was supposed to make him smarter, but instead, by mistake, he always found and drank potions of conceit. The name of the hero in the song was Rander Rebida. Oh... And in my opinion, the song's great. Enemy gives you a graceful bow. I will be happy to perform this song personally for your grace, if you would honor the Rushlight tournament in Patax with your presence. What is it? How could you not know? This is one of the greatest Pataxian traditions. Once every few years, the king announces the date of the tournament. We greet guests from all around the river kingdoms on the banks of the Rushlight River. The whole day of the tournament is full of mirth and the spirit of competition. Everyone has a chance to prove themselves: fighters, archers, singers, storytellers, and even fans of strong drinks. The drinking competition is an important part of the program. I'll think about it. I still hope to see you again in Patax. Until we meet again, Your Grace. Okay.
Step, step, step.
Go back? I need to go back. There's more to do inside! Leave. Leave. Kitty, it is time to discuss one of the gravest problems of the River Kingdoms. Piracy and all the crimes which accompany it. You see, for decades the illegal trade of stolen goods flowed among the criminals and corrupt merchants of these lands. Now that we have guards in the harbors and along the roads, this illegal traffic has slowed, but only somewhat. Someone else might suggest you take advantage of the situation. Simply collect your fees and don't ask too many questions about the blood these goods are soaked in. But as a traveler far and wide, experience has taught me that real wealth only gathers where there's no robbery or smuggling. The major trade unions won't want to deal with one who promotes piracy. I warn against tolerating things as they stand now. Establish proper customs in your harbor and hunt down these lawless captains. Alright, let's do this. You always get confused by the cat? Yes? It's because I have a cat right here. Your Grace, Keston coughs politely. The goblin, the one you found, has asked to see you. He claims you are in need of training. I think he's rather in need of a bath. Several. Aww. Not knock knock. I'll hear what he has to say. Send him in. I don't know why I went to the corner. Knock Knock strides in as best as his short legs can manage, then his gait slows, then stops as he takes in the throne room. His eyes and ears swivel independently as if trying to take every direction in at once. After scanning the room around him, he looks upward and squints, as if uncertain if there's a ceiling above him or not. He stands still, swaying slightly, eyes affixed on the ceiling. Others in the room are disdainfully silent. Some wrinkle their nose and take a step back. Some of the guards' hands fall to the hilt of their blades. Knock Knock's head snaps down, and seeing you, he gives a sickle grin, his eyes gleaming. Psychic? Almost didn't see among all Longshanks. He frowns at your throne, then cocks his head confused. Why in my chair? There's a light chuckle from someone in the room, quickly silenced. Took a while to find way here. Knock Knock glances around. But now here to take rightful place, be a hero, and show you how to be hero. He nods sharply and hooks his finger on his belt. I can help. Look before, side by side, big hero. He points to himself. And not big hero. He pauses. You need it. How can you help? Keston frowns. Actually, Your Grace, if you're considering accepting assistance from this Knock Knock. Knock Knock wraps the ground with his heel twice for emphasis, then winces. Keston's frown deepens. If this Knock Knock truly wishes to be of help and is one goblins might listen to, there have been sightings of goblins near Oleg's, possibly disposed by a recent encounter. Massacre? Knock Knock corrects brightly. Chop them all up except those who ran fast. New tribe probably have very long legs, very hard to catch. His eyes light and he grins. But not for me. I can round them up. But he frowns again. Unless they were still being chased, it's not like them to keep moving. Tires went out. They'd better stay in the capital, like Knock Knock. Even if he wrinkles his nose. It smells bad here. Ah, yes. Oleg has sent word of these goblins via courier, but he has been reluctant to leave in case they raid the post in his absence. Apparently, they've been quite diligent in trying to raid his storeroom. If your goblin ally could deal with them... Alright, we'll go. Knock Knock nods and pauses as he sees you remain seated. Do we go now? No, I have other things to attend to. Knock Knock shrugs. Might want to go quick. Goblins not known for staying in place for too long when Longshank's around. He makes what might be a ragged salute. When Longshank's good to go, Knock Knock ready. I just need to make sure there's nothing else to do. Which there is. Unfazed by the awkward silence, Buchan searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. Okay, we got more stuff from Buchan. Thank you. A pathetic-looking elf stands before you. His clothes are wrinkled, his cheek is scratched, and his nose is swollen like he suffered a heavy blow. He glances around with a haunted look and bows. My name is Sartain. Mistress Nazriel was supposed to have given me a gift for your grace, but I'm afraid we might have a bit of a problem here. Mistress Nazriel has been working hard on a special gift for you, but one of her apprentices, Detail, went mad after he touched the blade that was meant to be presented to you. He grabbed it and just ran off as fast as he could. I saw it with my own eyes. Now Detail is missing. I've come to you in secret to ask for your help. Maybe you or one of your advisors could get to the bottom of this. My mistress would rather see the whole thing buried. After all, the sword that drove him mad was meant for you. Does she mistreat you? The elf throws up his hands in fear. Not at all. She's the most magnificent weaponsmith I've ever met in my entire life. I'm lucky she even noticed me. She's made me so happy. I wish I weren't so stupid and clumsy, or it'd be more worthy to help her. But I try as hard as I can. What gift are we talking about here? I don't know. The mistress said I couldn't touch it, but I heard her ask Tatiel to take it to you. Tell me about her. The elf's enthusiasm is almost pathetic. I'm Mistress Nazriel's assistant. It's a great honor. She's a genius. Her knowledge of weapons knows no bounds, although it's scary sometimes, you know? Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to serve her. Kimo bows awkwardly, a broad smile dancing on his lips. It is ready. I brought you something. Quiver of lightning arrows. Ooh. Thank you. Yes, we got lightning arrows. All right, guys. Hold tight. I will be right back.